Hello, good morning. Let's get started. On today's agenda, we will see some written expression strategies along with written expression practice. We're going to continue with some listening practice. And if we have some extra time, we will do a reading practice. Okay, so what is the written expression in TOEFL test? Now, the written expression questions consist of one sentence in which there are four words or four groups of words underlined. You must choose the phrase or the word that is not correct. Now, this is an example of the paper TOEFL test questions. And as you see in this example, there are four words underlined. And you need to determine which of those four are wrong. In this case, it will be fiber. A nerve is actually many nerve fibers bound together. Now, what is the typical procedure to answer this type of questions? Well, you need to obviously first look at the underlined words or group of words. Now you want to see if you can spot which of those four answers choices is not correct. Maybe sometimes you would do it by just looking at the word, and other times you can get it by reading the sentence, and you'll notice that something just doesn't add up. Number two, if you have been unable to find the error by looking only at the four words, then read the complete sentence. Often, an underlined expression is incorrect because of something in another part of the sentence. Now, because of that, we must be very aware of grammar structures, correct grammar structures, and how to identify incorrect grammar structures. And many of those mistakes can happen because of subject-verb agreement. Now, subject-verb agreement might be simple, but well, in fact, it is very simple. If a subject of a verb is singular, then the verb must be singular. And if the subject of a verb is plural, then the verb must be plural, right? We all know this. And typically, an S on the verb indicates, like this one, indicates a verb is singular. And an S on a noun will indicate that the noun is plural. Remember that there are irregular plurals with no S at the end, such as women, children, people, and there are also some other irregular plural that don't change, like fish. And let's look at this simple example. We have the boy walks to school. I have a subject in singular with a verb in singular. The boy walks. And in number two, I have a subject in plural, the boys, with a verb in plural. Now, subject-verb agreement might be tricky or become trickier to identify in the following situations. After prepositional phrases, when there's something between the subject and the verb that might throw me off and use a wrong verb. After expressions of quantity, a lot of, many, after inverted verbs. Remember that in English, sometimes we invert verbs like in questions. And after certain words such as anybody, everybody, everything, each of, every, and we will see these four cases in detail. Let's go to the first one, that is after prepositional phrases. And this type of sentences where we have prepositional phrases, it's a very good idea to first identify the prepositional phrase. Remember that these phrases usually give extra information. I must therefore focus my attention on the subject and the verb. For example, number one, the climbers, and here I have my prepositional phrase, on the sheer face of the mountain need food. It might be common that you want to match of the mountain or face with the verb, but really the subject is the climbers. The prepositional phrases only give extra information. That's why this sentence is correct. Let's see number two. The interrogation conducted by the three police officers, this is my prepositional phrase, have lasted for several hours. This sentence is incorrect because my subject is singular. The interrogation should be has lasted. Okay? Okay. So let's go one by one, analyzing and determining if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Remember, let's focus on subject and verb. Prepositional phrases will give me extra information. We have the tenants in the apartment next to mine. This is my prepositional phrase. Is giving a party. This sentence is incorrect. I have tenants in plural with a verb in singular, is. Number two, the president, surrounded by Secret Service agents, is trying to make his way. This is a correct sentence. I have president, singular, with the verb is, singular verb. Number five, the buildings destroyed, during the fire are being rebuilt at the taxpayer's expense. I have the buildings destroyed during the fire. My verb is plural and my subject is plural. Correct. Because of the seriousness of the company's financial problems, the board of directors have called an emergency meeting. This sentence is correct. I have the board of directors, that is my subject, have called, my verb. Manufacture of the items that you requested have been discontinued because of lack of profit on those items. My subject is manufacture of the items have been discontinued. Number 8. Further development of any news for future products. This is my subject. Further development. This is my verb. has to be approved. Correct. Singular and singular. The scheduled departure time of the trains. This is my subject. The scheduled departure time. Posted on the panels through the terminal building are going to be updated. This is incorrect because my subject is the scheduled departure time. Yes, is going to be updated. And number 10, any houses built in that development before 1970 have to be upgraded to meet current standards. Correct. Houses built, houses is my subject, have to be upgraded is my predicate. Good, so let's move on. Now, subject-verb agreement might be confusing when we have expressions of quantity, such as most, all, some of, plus of. They can be singular or plural depending on what comes after of. For example, all of the book, I have a singular noun, was interesting. Even though all might signal something plural, I'm referring to the book. I have this other case. All of the books, plural, were interesting. All of the information, uncountable noun, used with singular verbs. Now, this chart pretty much summarizes what we said before. Whenever we have a subject-verb agreement with an expression of quantity, we must pay attention of what comes after of the. And we must match whatever comes after of the with the verb. Okay? Let's do this exercise. Okay? And again, we're going to analyze the sentences and we'll see if they are correct or incorrect. And remember that we will focus on subject-verb agreement after expressions of quantity using of the. We have number one. The witness saw that most of the fire, this is an uncountable noun, which should be in singular, was extinguished. It's correct. Number two, some of the animals, some of the animals from the zoo, we have some of the animals, plural, was released. This is wrong because this is plural with a singular verb. We will do 3 to 6 together and I'll let you do 7 through 10 individually, okay? We have all of the students, plural, in the class taught by Professor Roberts is required. It should be are required. Number 4, half of the food, uncountable noun, that we are serving to the guests are still in the refrigerator. It's wrong because food is an uncountable noun that is used with singular verbs, and this is a verb in plural are. Number 5, we believe that some of the time of the employees is going to be devoted to quality control. Time is correct. All of the witnesses in the jury trial, all of the witnesses in the jury trial, which lasted for more than 2 weeks, have indicated, witnesses have indicated that they believe that the defendant was guilty. Plural, plural, correct. She did not know where most of the people, yes, of the people in the room was from. That is an incorrect sentence because was should be were. People is plural, so it should be were. People were. Okay, so do these 3 on your own, and I'll tell you the answers in a minute. Okay, let's check. Number 8. The sentence is incorrect. Was not changed should be were not changed. And sentences 9 and 10, both correct. And as we mentioned before, we must pay attention when the verbs are inverted in subject-verb agreement. And let's remember that in English, we invert verbs in many cases. We invert verbs in questions, in some negative expressions, with some place expressions, with conditions that don't have if, and in comparisons. After question words, negative expressions, place expressions, conditions without if, and comparisons, the verb agrees with the subject which comes after the verb. For example, number 1, it says, only once this morning were the letters delivered by the campus mail service. Here, my subject has been inverted. Therefore, this is a correct sentence. I have a verb in plural, the letters, and not this morning. This morning is not the subject. Number 2, around the corner and to the right is the rooms, are the rooms that have been assigned to that program. Okay, let's look at number 3. What in the world is the children trying to do? We have a question, therefore, my subject has been inverted. What in the world are the children trying to do? Plural, plural. Number 4. John would be studying the chapters were he able to get hold of the book. We have a conditional sentence without if. It's like here, the if. If he were able. Now, because I don't have the if, I have were he able. Number 5. This chapter has more exercises than do the next one. This is incorrect. It should be than the next one does. We have a comparison here. The computer programmer was unaware that there were so many mistakes in the program he had written. Did you spot the mistake? Here, that there were so many mistakes. Seldom in the history of the television has two new comedies been so successful in one season. Has two new comedies. Have two new comedies been so successful? Number 8. How many huge mistakes have the teacher actually found in the paper? I have a question, and my subject has been inverted. Has the teacher actually found? Number 9, the new phone is able to hold far more messages than was the phone system that had previously been used. What do you think? The sentence is correct. And the last one, in the parking lot south of the stadium was the cars that were about to be towed. Now, was should be were the cars that were about to be towed. The subject verb has been inverted. Now, certain words in English are always grammatically singular, even though that they have plural meanings. For example, everybody. Everybody are going to the teacher. Even though we understand from this example that a lot of people are going to the theater, sorry, everybody is singular and requires a singular verb. The plural verb are going should be changed to the singular verb is going. Now this chart lists the grammatically singular words that have plural meanings. Like anybody, anyone, anything, everybody, everyone, everything. Now, if we see like if we broke this word in two parts, we would then notice that the word is actually singular because we have any body. Body is singular. Any one. One is singular. Anything, singular. Body, one, thing. And again, I have body, one, thing. Once more, body, one, thing. Yes? So combination of each and a noun, like each one, or every and a noun, all of the combinations of every and a noun are singular, like everyone, every other, everything. Okay? Alrighty. So I think this exercise, this strategy, is not as tricky as the previous one. So I'll let you work on this individually and then check the answers all together. Okay, so let's check. Numbers 1 and 2 have already been answered for you. So let's go straight to the next ones. Number 3, incorrect because were should be was. Number 4, incorrect, are should be is. Number 5, correct. Number 6, incorrect, take should be takes. Number 7, correct. Number 8, incorrect, are should be is. Number 9, correct. Number 10, incorrect because have should be has. And I think this strategy, like paying attention to this type of words, is not that tricky. I think that inverted verbs might be the trickiest one. Let's move on. Now, this exercise integrates the strategies that we just saw. Let's remember which ones. So, we talked about subject verb agreement and to pay special attention to subject verb agreement after prepositional phrases, after expressions of quantity, after inverted verbs, and after certain words like anybody, everybody, everything, etc. Okay? So keeping this in mind, answer this exercise. I'll give you a few minutes to complete the activity, and then we will go through the answers one by one. Okay, so let's check. Number 1, incorrect. Has, should be, have. Yes, the contracts have been voided. Number 2, incorrect. Was, should be, were. 10 miles were 10 miles beyond the river was the farmlands. Were the farmlands. Yes, inverted verb. Number 3, incorrect. Have, should be, has. Each package that is not properly wrapped has. Each package has. Number 4, correct. Number 5, incorrect. Was, should be, were. The proposal brought so much New York to the partnership that there was not enough hours, that there were not enough hours. Number 6, incorrect. Have, should be, has. The box of disk for the computer, the box, has been misplaced. Number 7, incorrect. Sorry, correct. Number 8, incorrect. And again, have, should be, has. Only once has there been inverted here with condition. Only once has there been more excitement. Number 9, incorrect. Does, should be, do. Bobby has a bigger bicycle than the other children do. Then do the other children. And number 10, it's incorrect. Have, should be, has. If nobody has bought that car from the dealer, then you should return and make another offer. Again, I think we had already made this one. Yes, this is duplicate. Here. Okay, let's check. There were just few questions. Number 1, be, occurs. Number 2, D. Homes heated. Number 3, B is. Number 4, A, are trying. Okay, let's check. 5C is. 6C, have. The correct is have. Number 7, D, involves. Number 8, A, were. Number 9, B, is. And number 10, B, are. Okay, let's do one more review exercise.